Viktor Orban. Did anyone ever hear of him? He's probably like one of the strongest leaders anywhere in the world. And he's the leader of, right? He's the leader of Turkey. There's a very powerful player, Viktor Orban. Did anybody ever hear of Viktor Orban? He's the head of Hungary. Hungary fronts on both Ukraine and Russia. A very big hello to a place where we've done very well, Sioux Falls. Thank you very much, Sioux Falls. So Sioux City, let me ask you, how many people come from Sioux City?
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and Donald Trump has taken the lead in making incoherent statements to the press, and it's leading people from all over the country to the same conclusion. Donald Trump is suffering a severe mental decline, and we're witnessing it real time. Just a few days ago, the disgraced ex-president said that Viktor Orban was the leader of Turkey. He's the prime minister of Hungary. Trump followed that falsehood up with the assertion that Hungary and Russia share a border, which they certainly do not. Trump supporters would probably make the excuse that Donald doesn't know much about geography, history, or anything else for that matter, but it goes beyond that. Donald Trump makes a lot of uneducated choices based on how he feels something should be. His decisions aren't based on facts, but based on how much of a big shot he feels he is that day. How does a Trump loyalist explain Donald's confusion as to where he is most days and why he's there? Donald was in Sioux City, Iowa, but kept repeating Sioux Falls in his half-baked narrative. If it were Joe Biden making a similar mistake, the lunatics at Right Side Broadcasting Network would be running the story nonstop. Trump and other right-wing nutjobs want to portray President Biden as being old and confused. In truth, it's Donald Trump who is suffering from mental decline. Joe Biden runs circles around Donald Trump. Joe Biden rides a bike instead of a golf cart. Joe Biden exercises every day and is in great condition for his age. Donald Trump claims to be 6'3" and 215 pounds. He brags about how smart he is, but one of his college professors said that he was the dumbest student that he had ever seen. Trump talks a cheap line of nonsense, and his cult members fall for it every time.
Our leaders, especially President Trump, has faced scrutiny, criticism, and people have always been trying to knock him down. We need to constantly pray for them and pray for our leaders, pray for our President Trump as he listens to God and does what he says, watches his hand move and do what he does. Listen again. But if it is of God, you will not be able to overthrow them, or else you may even be found fighting against God. Amen? Amen.
If viewers had any doubts about sending hard-earned money to Donald Trump in exchange for a surprise Trump gift, they brought in a preacher to claim their fears and let them know that God approved of them sending in that donation. As RSBN flashed a promotion, a MAGA pastor asked the crowd to pray for Donald Trump as he listens to God and does what he says. He presented the false illusion that God is on Donald Trump's side. How stupid does someone have to be to fall for this nonsense? It is reported that Donald Trump speaks to his followers on a third-grade level, and they love him for it. They think he's cute. These MAGA pastors are not in the game to save souls. They are out to make a buck off the gullible audience.
We were way over our heads in NATO. Many of the countries weren't paying. They were delinquent. Only 8 of the 28 countries were current. We were way current. We were paying 3-4 times what we were supposed to. We were carrying it. And when I went in, I looked and I said, you're going to have to all pay or we're not going to protect you any longer. And I remember the head of a country stood up and said, does that mean that if Russia attacks my country, you will not be there? That's right. That's what it means. I will not protect you.
If Donald Trump won't even pay his own attorneys, what makes you think that he will respect alliances? He couldn't even spell the word.
For 4 straight years under the Trump administration, I kept America safe, I kept Israel safe, and I kept the world safe. There was none of this stuff going on. None of it. None of it was going on.
Probably the biggest lie of the rally came when Donald made the outrageous claim that he was responsible for world peace. He bragged that he kept America and Israel safe in his delusional ramblings. Keeping the world safe was not what Donald Trump did. The world became hell for folks who wanted to escape war and poverty and seek asylum. It became hell for our allies like the Kurds, who Trump betrayed and let them die. What about the millions or so Trump voters that died during COVID because they believe conspiracies over science? Donald Trump is a psychopath. He is a bold-faced liar, and he needs to be locked away for the rest of his life. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.